Hello everybody, this is Dude. Welcome back to another Puni Puni video, and this time we're going to start a new series called ZZ Rank Showcases. Now, I thought about it a long while, and I decided that not a lot of people tend to have these yokai for now, so I might as well just make showcases of the ZZ ranks I currently own. So, we're going to start with, in my opinion, one of the best non-Nyambo exclusive ZZ ranks. In fact, the second best after Boso Enma, Gekkouga Y from the previous Gakuen Y event. Now, we're going to go over what features he has, we're going to go over impossible stage viability, the two methods you can use to make money with him, and where he places in the meta for score. So, what are his features? What are the things that you can get as a bonus for owning him? Well, one of his main features is the skill. His skill makes his Puni have a chance to drop at a higher size. He also has a music passive. When you put him in the middle of your team, he will play a special song, his battle theme. Now, we will go over both his skill and his special song in this little play session right here. I will stop talking and we will let the music play, and you guys will also see his bigger Puni drop. See you guys after the battle. And that's basically it. If you want to listen to his full theme, I will have it uploaded at some point on the channel, as long as I can fix some copyright issues. So we're going over the second thing I wanted to cover, which is impossible stage viability. Now, this isn't exactly a great team for impossible stages. I went for a full tough team so that we can actually see how well he does. I'm going to use my Dude, my one booster, and him attacking once. Why am I doing this? Well, that's how you would normally do an impossible stage. A regular one, the SSS rank ones. You would use a booster, and then you would use your Gekkouga Y. Let's see how much damage he can do if he can help you with clearing impossible stages. He has a little over 1050 HP, which means that's a very viable amount of HP. That is a very good amount, and it's going to help you clear impossible stages quite easily, actually. Wouldn't be that crazy, but he is a ZZ rank, so he should be pulling quite enough damage, definitely enough to kill most impossible stages if you have enough defense to survive. But we will see. I haven't actually tested him out for impossible stages yet, only for money. So I am very curious, very, very curious. I expect decent results. I'm not sure, as I said. Let's see. Right here. Fire his ultimate, and fire Gekkouga Y. He didn't pop his own Puni, but he still did about 126k. That's pretty decent. Let's see now. Again, didn't pop his own Puni, did about 130k. I'm pretty sure if you managed to pop his own Puni, he would be able to deal a little over 180,000 as far as what I've seen in my own experience, which means he would be able to one-shot the wide majority of most impossible stages, especially if he has the tribe advantage. So he's a very nice yokai for impossible stages, including the fact that he has very high HP and compatibility with a 25% watch. So now we're going to go over a few money farming strategies using him. Let's use the typical one first, the full field loop. The full field loop is a fun method, but I think, in my opinion, it has a very low ceiling. It's a lot more consistent than the better method, you know, the typical multiple big Puni method, because the multiple big Puni method can be ruined really quickly, and you might be able to see that during this showcase. So we're not actually running any good boosters. As you can see, a lot of the boosters here aren't maxed because we're not running any inflation boosters. Those are bad for this strategy right here. And this is honestly why Gekkouga, with this very honestly consistent method, he won't actually be doing that good of a result. Simply because he has the skill that lets him drop at bigger sizes, which is going to be a bit of a pain for us. So you want to get as close to fever as physically possible without actually entering it. Then you want to use your bonus balls wisely. And you want to make sure Gakkouga-wise Puni aren't that big. Like there aren't... You should probably avoid size 4s, honestly. Even though that's not as easy. But you should honestly avoid size 4s. And if you do this properly, you will be able to keep the loop going and get as many soul ultimates as can fit in a fever. Which is good. It's a consistent route to make money. And that's what you need as a new player, as a mid-game player, basically until you max your crank. Because then you'll have access to maxed boosters, a lot of maxed attackers, and you will generally have a more safe way to do things. Alright, so let's start popping some of the bigger Puni. It's not an issue if you hit a continue. We're not exactly starving for Y money. This is more of, you know, a showcase than a run where I'm trying to make profit. I'm doing my best to make sure the board isn't exactly that great, and you will see why soon. Because if we pop Puni that are too big, they will either generate bonus balls or ruin the rearranging mechanic that Gekkouga Y has. But of course, we have a mix of bonus ball yokai as well as other annoying types. Like, you know, Gekkouga Y himself. But let's see. This could be a good run, maybe. I don't think we have the potential to get any bonus balls. I'm not sure if the bonus balls from the skills are gonna be a problem. And fire. And as you will soon see, oof, we got a bit of a problem here. Not all of them got popped. Not all of them got reset. But, you know, that's good. We can still salvage the run. Nice. Nice. And as you can see, it is 4 boosters, but it is an easy 3 million from a run that didn't even work properly. We didn't hit the 100 million score mark, but it's decent. It's decent. But as you can see, there's a lot of things that can ruin it, and that's why I go for the slightly less consistent, slightly higher ceiling method of just typical stuff. This method can be killed to the point where it gives you 3,000 Y money, but it can work really well to the point where it gives you almost 10,000 with my current boosters, and that's without a good score booster. So this is going to be a pretty amazing run, showcasing, you know, the power of this very viable ZZ rank. If you guys have him, you are in luck, because he is going to serve you well for what I estimate to be months, honestly, until we get a ZZ rank of his caliber or similar. Which should be a pretty crazy time. I expect we might at some point get a tap inflator with a drop big skill. And if that tap inflator with a drop big skill is in the tough tribe, then Gekkouga Y might have some serious competition. But until then, he will reign supreme, to be honest, because there aren't many options for the tough tribe besides, you know, Susanoo, which is a money exclusive or luck exclusive, Nyambo exclusive. So yeah, not everybody has Susanoo. I would wager the wide majority of the player base doesn't have a Susanoo, which means that you generally want one. Now, you want to do this flood a little bit in a different way. You want to have at least 2 Puni of every other Puni you have, because that way you have full odds of 1 in 5 to grab a Gekkouga and pop it. Which you don't want to happen because that means all of your Big Puni resources will be completely ruined. Which is something we don't want to happen. Like right here, we need to pop some of the bigger Puni because we have a bit of a, an issue of lacking other options. But now I think we're good. He will probably pick Badude. He generally doesn't like to pick big stacks. Well, we ruined it. As you can clearly see, this won't always turn out to be amazing. But it did do quite a bit of damage. As you can see, it was a really bad run. It has the potential to even give you 5 million with this exact team. It was a really bad run, but you honestly just can't ruin Gekkouga. If you play decently, you just can't get bad runs with this guy. Simply because his skill makes him incredibly easy to chain. There's just so much of him as a resource on the field. Not only that, but if you have a redrop yokai, I heavily recommend using him with a redropper because his size 5 Puni will get redropped by certain redroppers, which means you will get an incredibly good loop if you link some other Puni as well. Now, how is he in the meta? Is he the best for Ultimate type? Absolutely. Other type poppers are on just another level down. He is just at least 20% better than most other yokai of his ultimate. Comparable might be the Monster Strike Slippery Z rank. There are a few yokai that are comparable, but definitely not on his exact level. Is he the best ZZ rank? Well, for money out, but he might be. If Suzaku has a run with no crits, obviously Gakkouga will surpass him. Now, the issue is with Onihina Shuka, which might be able to get better results. But as far as free-to-play ZZ ranks, he is of course the best for money, while Boso Enma is the best for utility. So you absolutely want him, you absolutely should be happy if you have him. I have him, and that's great. If you guys want to know which yokai is going to be next, well, the only other ZZ rank that I have is Shuichi Akai, which I have at level 50 now, and it's ultimate level 5. I will have to completely max him before I get his showcase out. So that's going to be it. I feel like Gekkouga deserves, as far as the ZZ ranks come, a score of 90 out of 100, considering Suzaku to be 100 out of 100, and the worst ZZ rank, Kaira, to be 50 out of 100, which is still very good in my scale. I will be releasing a bit of a mini tier list explaining that scale, but just that Gekkouga is really good. Use him, be grateful that you have him, be sad that you don't have him, and I will see you guys in the next video.